on YouTube where the past comes alive. Brian's knife showcasing them vintage pocket knives. Every blade tells a story, rusty but grand, reminding me of the knives once held in my dad's hand.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brian's Knives. Got a couple of my helpers with me today. They're the brains behind the operation here. You see Levi right here and Lexi right here. And they've, been fed, been outside, so everything is good and right in their world right now. So they're working on taking their morning nap. So anyway, hope you're doing well. Thought I would show a couple of knives today. I had bought this pocket knife some time ago off eBay and had kind of forgotten about it. So I thought I would show that for all you traditional slip joint people. And then also, since it's Friday, thought I would show one of Dad's fixed blades as well. So hopefully something for everybody. I did find a couple of pretty good eBay deals over the last week. So those will be arriving here in the next few days. So I'll have some other things to show you as well. But anyway, enough of that. Let's take a look at a knife, right? That's what we're here for. So I'll show you this slip joint. And this is a Colonial knife. And on the small side, right? I think that blade, if I remember right, measures about 2¼ inches maybe. It's not too awfully big. Let's see here. Yeah. And the cutting edge is a little bit less than that. So wouldn't hardly know that you would have this guy in your pocket if you were packing him. But, not in terrible shape. It's got a little bit of corrosion on it, and I've polished on it a little bit. Try to clean it up. These bolsters were the kind of the worst spots. I don't know if you can kind of see those there. But, yeah, they are threaded. And we got some kind of Delrin here in a serpentine pattern, it looks like to me. So not a bad looking knife at all. So you've got your typical clip blade. And then on top of that, you've got this little pin blade. In pretty good shape. Let's see how I don't think the snap's horrible on these. It's, maybe not great. It's not horrible. That was pretty good. Let's check this one out. Yeah. Not bad at all, really. So, you can see what appears to be steel liners on the back there. 2 back springs for 2 blades. So, little jackknife. I think I paid $10 for it, and then there was a few dollars in shipping. So, I don't know, I probably have maybe $15 in the knife altogether. So, not horrible. If I bought it in person somewhere, it might have been, a little cheaper than that. But overall, I thought a pretty good deal. I like the shield on these as well. I always thought that was a good looking shield. But yeah, nice little pocket knife. I'm not sure about the age. I tried to look that up today and didn't have too much luck. If you know how old it is, let me know. I'm going to guess 70s, but I could definitely be wrong. Let me tell you what's on the tank stamp here. That'll probably help too. Let's see here. It's got Colonial, and then it has PROV, and then USA. So that's what's on the tank stamp there. Might be tough to make out. I can't tell really. But overall, I thought it was a nice little pocket knife. USA made, of course. So it's definitely got that going for it. And certainly a very usable knife. It's dull as a hoe handle right now, though, so you're not going to cut anything with it, let me tell you. Neither of those blades would, as the old saying goes, I think you could ride a town on it and it wouldn't cut you. So pretty dull. I'll have to work on that a little bit. So that's that one. If you know any more info about that little Colonial, let me know. And then one of my favorite fixed blades of Dad's is this Buck 191. I think these are just pretty knives. And this one, as you can tell, has the gut hook on it. So it'd be a great knife for skinning out a deer or something like that. And we got the brass guard and the brass pommel. Really pretty. I mean, it's just a gorgeous knife in my opinion. Take a look at that side. And Buck calls this, let me pull up my cheat sheet here. The 191 Buck zipper knife. And they say this handle here is made out of the Heritage Walnut Diamond Lux. So 420 HC steel, which is not a surprise. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful knife for sure. Let's see what else here as far as measurements go. I did date this one. It dates to 2006, I believe. You can see the tang stamp there. And evidently, according to the website, there were a lot of knives like this with the gut hooks on the market, but most of them didn't work very well. And so CJ Buck decided to design one that would work well and kind of live up to the brand. So that's how this knife originated. And definitely got the good Buck heat treatment on it. Has a lifetime warranty, made in the USA. I mean, what is not to like about this knife right here? And let's see here, what else do we know? I was gonna look at blade length. Okay, so they called the blade length 4 1/4 inches. It weighs 6.3 ounces. And it came with this leather sheath in brown, which really is kind of my preference for knife sheaths. I like the brown better than the black. And let's see, yeah, it's got the 191 there on the back of the knife sheath, and it's got this kind of fold over at an angle design, so it works pretty well. Pretty decent knife sheath overall. So anyway, thought I would show that to you, and I wouldn't mind even having one of these without the gut hook too. But definitely a nice knife for sure. I mean, look at the thickness on that blade right there. It's pretty thick. Let me see if I can measure that. Let's see here. Looks like 1/8 of an inch to me. Yep. And that goes most of the way down the knife blade till you get to the very end of the tip here. So a lot of steel behind this blade. That tip's not going to break off anytime soon. So great job on designing that knife. And it's one of those I could just sit and look at. It's beautiful. So anyway, there's that. So I guess that's it for Friday. Tell you a quick story before I sign off here. So yesterday morning, I'm off work this week, And so one of the things I wanted to do was finish lining up my AR. And so I got all that in the truck. I got my gun rest in the truck, targets, a few odds and ends that I thought I might need. Drove out to a local gun range that, it's mostly a guy that has some property, and he's opened up a section of the pasture there to let people shoot, which is very cool. It's about a half hour for me, and man, the roads are terrible between here and there, because it goes down to the river. I mean, they are just like this all the way. As a matter of fact, I let Lexi and Levi ride with me, and Lexi just wasn't she was like whining. She didn't like it at all. But anyway, got over there, and everything was locked up, so I couldn't even get it. You couldn't get in. Didn't look like anybody was home, so I guess I learned my lesson there about maybe calling ahead or sending a message to the owner there to see if it's open. So I still got that to do. I want to go ahead and get that. It's pretty close, but it needs to be tuned just a bit, and so I hope to get that done. Maybe even tomorrow morning if they're open and it's not raining or anything here. So yeah, that was kind of a wasted trip, but that put me closer to my mom and stepdad's. So I just went ahead and swung by there and had lunch with them yesterday. So that was good. And then today I've got some stuff to do around here. I'm going to be teaching our Sunday school class in a couple of weeks while our teacher is gone. And so I'm probably going to try to finish that study up, my study notes today as well. I'm going to look at Psalm 31. If you haven't read that psalm, you might want to. It certainly could be pretty relevant to everybody's life, as it looks at David. It's a psalm of David, and he is going through some really difficult times in his life. We don't know what they were exactly. There's some ideas of events that happened in David's life that he may have written a psalm out of. But we don't know. But we do know that we all go through tough times. And so we're going to look at David and see how David approached that and see what we can learn there from Psalm 31. So kind of looking forward to teaching that and finishing up my study notes today. All right, guys. Well, I will let you go. I got some good stuff, like I said, coming in the mail. I did buy a Schrade lockback for $8 off Amazon plus $7 shipping, I think. So the shipping was almost as much as the knife. Came with a leather holster, and it's a fixer-upper. So that'll be fun to see what we can do to improve the looks and appearance of that knife and make sure it's 100% functional. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, well, I've talked for 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes, so that's probably enough. Hope you guys have a great Friday. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the content. And me and Levi and Lexi, we'll see you in the next video.
As the video ends and the screen fades to black, I feel warm from the memories it brings back. Dad's legacy lives on in each collector's find. In those vintage blades I